from the return of the Shadowlands, just as the brave Pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
YouTube, Vintage Yugioh here today, and we have two packages from CGC. So, they don't post the grades online, or I haven't found where they post them, so this is going to be, for the first time in a long time, a live reaction of me getting grades back. I've never sent in with them either, so I really don't know what to expect. I know, some people say they're strict, some people say they're not, so not really even sure how I'm opening this box, if I'm doing it right. Okay, we're doing it right. So it looks like this one has two cards in it. Gotta cut across here. And I sent like a couple different submissions in the same submission, so I'm not even sure which cards these are. Okay. So I saw the name, so we're gonna pull them out backwards here. And these two were two that you can pay extra for like errors and stuff on their labels. So I paid for errors when I'm not sure if they're going to give me an error or not. But these were two very off-centered cards. So let's see if I think the grade is over here. Yeah. So here is Ring of Destruction, Retro Pack 2, and this thing is very off-centered. So let's see what we get here. We get a Near Mint 8. So they must not like error off-centeredness. Okay, so surface, corners and edges got 10. Surface got a 7.5. So I know they are strict with surface. These cases are really clear though. Like, I mean, there's no like haze or anything to it. You see right through it, which is kind of cool. So this was a PSA 8. And I wanted to try to just, test out the waters. I pulled this card. I was going to keep it regardless. So surface got an 8 when corners and edges got a 10. So I don't really see where they got the 7.5 on surface, but, definitely could have missed something. So that's interesting. So they're not going to give like a designator for centering. So this next card is a super miscut Buster Blader, so I would have thought they would have given like a designator for like miscut or OC or something, but maybe it's just got to be super OC. So we'll see here. Okay, so got a Mint 9, which it was a PSA 8, and here, like, obviously I know this is never going to get a 10, but here they at least paint the picture of this card is practically perfect except for centering, which I don't know why PSA would not give a Mint 9 OC, which this is pretty much equivalent in my opinion. I pulled this pack fresh, so 10 edges, 10 corners, and 9.5 surface, and then just 8 on centering, which is nothing you can control straight out of the pack. So I'm pretty happy with that grade. All right, so this next box, I think was a attempted. I crossed a BGS card. I think that's this card. And I said, you can put, I only want it crossed if it's the same grade or if it's only a certain grade. I said, cross it no matter what, Let's do it. It was in a BGS slab. And I just wanted to kind of see what they would give it here. So I think I got to do one more. No, I think I cut that all right. All right, so this should just pop open. Get a little more here. And then I think there's just one card in this box. If it is the card I think it is. I don't want to ruin it for myself. Okay, no. We have 4 cards, so this is not the submission I thought it was. So we will see. All right, that's the back here. So we'll do the same thing. We'll pull these 4 out. It felt like it was rattling around a lot, and that's because they have these like separators in here. So I think that's good enough packaging, and it's only coming a couple hours away from me here in Florida. So all right, so I think I don't know what these are. I'm not even gonna speculate. So it is kind of hard to hide the whole grade though. Okay, so this is Beast of Talwar. I forget what this was in PSA. But let's just whip it off right here. 9. Okay, I think this was. I'll post the picture up if I can remember what it was or some information. So 9.5 on edge, 10 on corners, 9 surface, 9 centering. I think that's pretty fair. So I think it was something stupid like a 7 or maybe no, it was a 9. It was a 9. So same grade at CGC versus PSA. And I thought this could possibly get a 9.5 or a 10. So same grade, but so far I think the subgrades have been more consistent than PSA, so or than BGS. So I think so far, and I like these cases are very nice. Do they all have this diamond thing in the back? Yeah, okay. All right, so up next we have, okay, the Fiend Mega Cyber. And this one was a BGS card, and it got, I think it had like a 7 or 7.5 on surface. So we'll see what it gets on surface. 7 on surface, so there's very consistent there, 9.5, 9.5, 10, and 7 on surface. So they have some, I know what it is. So the Eye of Anubis stamp down here has like stamped through the card, and they're counting that as like a dent or something, which, I mean, it's just how it was made, but I guess, you know, they're not all like that, so I can understand, I guess. So that is, that's pretty much mirroring BGS there, so it's a nice little comparison there. But once again, you see the really good picture across the board there of what the centering, corners, and edges were. Okay, so we're gonna lose them all maybe. There we go. Okay, so we have 2 more cards here. I think one might be a pretty big one. Okay, we have Horus, the Black Flame, level 6. I think this was a PSA 5 or 6. 6. So very similar to PSA, but you get the good picture of, you know, centering's good, corner's good, edges all right. So something on the surface here, I forget what it was. I think there was a, I don't know if they're counting off for the Alti stamp, or there might be the littlest dent, maybe. Forget. There was something, and it was warranted to be a PSA 5. I just wanted to see how CGC would grade it. But I mean, there's a decent amount of scratching and waxing, and that's just how a lot of these ultimates from this time period are. So I think, you know, that's kind of right on line with everything else. And then I think this might be a needleworm, but I could be wrong. Oh no, Dark Magician Chaos, Mint 9. Wow, I mean, it takes a lot to get a 9.5 on centering. Like, this, in my mind, should be 9.5 centering. It's like, I mean, it's off a little bit, but like, you have 10 and 9.5 above this, where I feel like a 9 is pretty, you know, 9 is pretty solid. And I would also think 9, 9, 10, 10 should come out to 9.5 on the average, but people can take what they want with it and do what they want with it. So overall, you know, didn't get any, you know, 9.5s or anything like that, but this was more of an experiment. And I have, I think 2 more or maybe 3 more little mini subs with them. Like, this was 2 subs here for 6 cards. So it's nice that you can send a bunch of little miniature subs with this in the same box and get charged one shipping rate. I think it was like $20 each or something. So very nice. Overall, compared grading to PSA and to BGS, very similar on, like, I cracked some cards from PSA and some from BGS, and they're kind of right on par with that. So I think very consistent grading. I would say kind of harsh, like on the 9 centering for like these 2 cards. I feel like that's like, maybe they take into the back centering account a little more, but overall, I'm definitely not mad about the grades. I think they're fair, and especially, I still wish this would be like just like a 9 OC and just put OC under centering or something, but definitely can understand why why they do what they do. So, rambled on enough here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be another video with some CGC grades, and hopefully we can get our first 9.5 from CGC. Some of these cards will be for sale. Some I'm going to keep. So check the eBay and things like that. Those links are in the description. Subscribe if you're not. And as always, thanks for watching.